The Forgotten Genocide: How a German colonial war in Africa became a blueprint for 20th century horrors. In the annals of modern history, the early 20th century is often remembered for the looming specter of World War I. But in the arid landscapes of what is now Namibia, a brutal conflict was unfolding, a chilling precursor to the industrial-scale slaughter that would later define the century. The Herero and Nama genocide, perpetrated by German colonial forces between 1904 and 1908, stands as a harrowing and largely forgotten moment that not only decimated indigenous populations, but also laid a sinister groundwork for future atrocities. The story begins in 1884, when Germany, a latecomer to the scramble for Africa, established the colony of German Southwest Africa. Tensions simmered for years between the German settlers and the indigenous Herero and Nama peoples, who found their lands, cattle, and autonomy increasingly eroded. The colonists, driven by a sense of racial superiority and economic ambition, imposed their will through discriminatory laws and violent intimidation. The breaking point came in January 1904. Provoked by the ever-tightening grip of their colonial overlords, a faction of the Herero, led by Chief Samuel Maharero, rose in rebellion. Their initial attacks targeted German outposts and settlers, a desperate act of resistance against a foreign power that had systematically disenfranchised them. The German response was swift and merciless. Kaiser Wilhelm II dispatched Lieutenant General Lothar von Trotha, a man with a notorious reputation for brutality, to quell the uprising. Following a decisive but not conclusive victory at the Battle of Waterberg in August 1904, German forces drove tens of thousands of Herero men, women, and children into the unforgiving Kalahari Desert. The German strategy was not merely to defeat the Herero in battle, but to erase them from existence. Soldiers poisoned waterholes and established a perimeter, effectively sealing the desert and leaving its occupants to a slow, agonizing death from thirst and starvation. In October 1904, Trotha issued his infamous Vernichtungsbefehl, or extermination order. Within the German borders, every Herero, with or without a gun, with or without cattle, will be shot. I will no longer accept women and children. I will drive them back to their people, or I will have them shot at. This decree codified a policy of genocide. Some historians argue that the Herero and Nama genocide served as a blueprint for the Holocaust, providing a terrifying precedent for the Nazi regime's later atrocities. The story of the Herero and Nama people serves as a vital and sobering reminder of a lesser-known, yet deeply significant chapter of modern world history.